August 17, 2010, Fort McMurray, Alberta. Amber Tuccaro was 20 years old, a young mother, vibrant and full of promise, when she boarded a plane bound for Edmonton. With her baby son on one hip and a close friend by her side, it was meant to be a short escape, a mini vacation. The trio landed and checked into a hotel in Nisku, just south of the city, ready for a brief but needed break from the routines of life. But within 24 hours, Amber would vanish, and what followed would become one of Canada's most haunting and mishandled missing persons cases. The next evening, around 8 p.m., Amber decided to hitch a ride into Edmonton. Her friend stayed behind with her child. The man who pulled over seemed kind, harmless even. Amber got into the vehicle, perhaps thinking about the night's possibilities, about city lights and freedom. She never came back. When Amber's family realized she was missing, her mother went into panic mode. She contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, but instead of urgency, she was met with indifference. "She's probably out partying," they said. They told her to wait 24 hours, standard protocol, they claimed. But that window, those precious first hours, slipped away, and with them, perhaps, the chance to bring Amber home alive. What came next was not just a tragedy, it was a failure. Weeks passed, the RCMP didn't open an investigation until nearly a month after Amber disappeared. Less than 3 weeks in, a local media outlet quoted an RCMP officer saying, "We don't have any reason to believe she's in danger. We know that she is in the Edmonton area." They didn't know. They were wrong. In the following months, Amber's name was accidentally removed from the missing persons list. Her belongings, still at the hotel, were seized by police and destroyed without the family's consent. That act alone would ignite outrage, but it was just the beginning. 2 long years went by, leads dried up, hope began to flicker, then a breakthrough, or what police hoped would be one. A recording, a 1-minute excerpt from a phone call Amber had made to her brother, who was incarcerated at the time, on the very night she disappeared.
"Where are we by?"
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
"We're heading north of Beaumont." "Yo, where are we going?"
Just
"No, this
the
is
back
a...
road.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
Why not?
You better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we?
We're going
No, we're not.
Yes.
Then where the f*** are these roads going to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
In the clip, Amber's voice is tight, uncertain. She's questioning the man driving her. Something doesn't feel right. The man tries to stay calm. He hesitates before he speaks. But there's something in his tone, something calculating, something cold. And then he gets agitated. The RCMP released the clip to the public, asking, "Do you recognize this voice?" 4 days later, horseback riders discovered Amber Tuccaro's partial remains in a field in Leduc County, just a short drive from the hotel where she was last seen alive. Police insisted the timing was coincidental, but many weren't so sure. The full phone call, it turns out, was 17 minutes long, the same amount of time it would take to drive from the hotel to that field. The man never took her to Edmonton. He took her into the rural backroads of Leduc County, and somewhere along the way, he killed her. Theories soon emerged. One name rose to the surface: Pat Carson, a convicted sex offender with a history of exploiting young women. Carson owned a ranch not far from where Amber was last seen. He was known to lure women with job ads in the local newspapers. Several women from the community claimed they recognized his voice on the audio tape. Still, no arrest, no charges. Another theory points to something darker: a serial predator targeting Indigenous women. Amber was one of many. More than a dozen Indigenous women have gone missing or been murdered in the Edmonton area. 4 bodies, including Amber's, were found within close proximity of each other. Is there a serial killer, or is this a pattern of systemic neglect? A society that fails to protect its most vulnerable. Amber Tuccaro's story is not just about a crime, it's about who society listens to and who it doesn't. It's about the silence that follows a scream and the voices that refuse to be forgotten because someone out there still knows the truth. And until that truth comes to light, the question lingers like smoke in the cold Alberta air: who killed Amber Tuccaro?